What's going on, folks? Double D. We've got some of the early riders. How you doing, Double D? Ryan, what's going on tonight, man? How are you doing? Judges in the house. What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you this evening. Josh, how's your week going so far, man? Thanks for stopping in. You say so as usual, folks. We're gonna give the peanut gallery a couple of minutes to get into the room, man, before we bring on our guest. That's great to hear, Ryan. Bat 13, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Yeah, Josh, there are several of you guys with competitions coming up, man. Double D's got a couple. I see you've got one. Good luck to all of you guys and gals who happen to be cooking. Scott X, what's happening, buddy? Thanks for stopping in, man. We appreciate it. I hope that everybody's having a great week to this point. One more day, man, and you get to let your hair down, so to speak. James, I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I appreciate the invite, though. Ah, yeah, I appreciate the invite, man, and good luck. There's some awesome competitions this week, man. I wish all of you nothing but the best. Yeah, nothing but the best. And man, I just got the news a little, maybe an hour ago, man, of the passing of a very cool guy, Steve Shamlin of SAS Sauce Barbecue, who passed, man. Prayers for the family. If you happen to know of Steve, you know exactly what a great guy he was, man. Pretty chilled, an awesome cook, awesome competitor. You know, and it really, really, man, uh, really brings it to bear that nothing is promised. Take care of yourselves, man. Live, laugh, love. Enjoy life, man, because you just never know. Tomorrow's not promised. Firewalkers, what's going on? Great to see you. Sounds like you're ready to go, Ryan. Sounds like you are ready to go. Ribs, mac and cheese, baked beans for dinner, man. Doesn't get much better than that. And I'm the type, if I'm doing those dishes, it's usually large enough quantities that it's gonna last for a couple of days. I cannot do those dishes in small amounts. Another 30 or so seconds, folks, and we're gonna get this show on the road. That's appreciated by the family, Double D. Thanks, man. He was an awesome guy. Yeah, he was an awesome guy. So once again, Mom and I want to thank you guys and gals for hanging out with us for another episode of Mom and Papa Joe's, man. We really appreciate it. I mentioned earlier that we've got a guest tonight, Jorge Flores. He was, I think we had him on the show last year in our vending and catering episode. And at the time, he was running a little business. I'm not going to even call it a little business because he was well on his way. But He has stepped things up another level, man, and opened up a brick and mortar. So without further ado, man, let's bring this young man to the stage. What's
How's it
going
going?
on, Choche? How's life,
What's up,
man?
CJ? Life is life is a mile a minute right now. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I the way.
I know things have got to be flying, man. Some of our viewers are going to remember us. Others may be new, man. Just a quick introduction of yourself before we get into a little bit of your story.
Name Jorge Flores II. I'm from Eagle Pass, Texas. We actually met CJ in the comp world. Was lucky enough to take one of his classes that kind of changed our. I mean, believe it or not, it led all to this. It kind of brought us where we thought we could go, and here we are now.
Well, that is awesome, man. And before we do anything, you're Jorge Flores the second.
The second.
Uh, and I know your pops, man, is a huge part of what you do. I love the old man. Just real quick, man, before we get into you, what role is he playing?
Well, believe it or not, he's not here right now. I'd have him on here with us, but he went to bed because he's going to come over here at 3, help me run fire.
So
While,
he's
while,
playing a
I'm,
direct role.
while
Yeah,
I'm inside slicing meats and doing what I need to do when the restaurant's running, he's the one out there tending my fire.
sweet,
He's
sweet.
fixing to pretty much completely retire, so he's going to come on board. I mean, and do it full time here too.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that, man. Chilling with the old man,
Oh yeah.
making things happen. I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. All right, so last year, when you were on the show, we were talking vending and catering, and at that point, you were running. I don't remember exactly where you were setting up shop on those weekends you were vending.
Yeah,
Remind us,
we
bring us
kind of
back to speed.
yeah, we were kind of moving around there for the first year and a half. We had a couple spots where we jumped around here and there. It was still, I mean, I guess I call it a hobby, right? It was still, we'd open every other weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And, and I mean, people would stand in line, not like they're standing now, but they would stand in line, and we started getting a nice following. And then, but I guess you open every other weekend, and it would always scare me. Like, is it because it's every other weekend that they're dying for it? But so I mean, but people would follow us. We had a place downtown. We had a place on the south side of town. But I mean, that was the beauty of that trailer. I mean, you could pick up and go anywhere, and sell. If it would slow down, we'd all right. Let's go. Let's get closer to downtown, and we'd move.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that is sweet, man. That is sweet. And at the time, you were running. Was it 1,000 gallon pit?
We started at the very beginning. We started actually. I know you know Marcus from Stacks Barbecue.
Yeah, yeah.
He actually lent. Well, the food trailer I bought from him, and then I had ordered a 500-gallon Moberg, but the wait list was always crazy, so it got time to where we were fixing to open, and my Moberg wasn't ready. So Marcus was actually nice enough to lend me his 500-gallon, which was a Pits by JJ, and that's how we ran the business there for the first 2 months. And then I bought it from him. He's like, "You want to buy it?" I said, "Yeah, I'll buy it." So, but then after those 2 months, I realized that 500-gallon I had ordered from Sonny wasn't going to be big enough.
Wasn't big enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So I called Sonny. I said, "Hey, you haven't done anything." He's like, "No, you still got 2 months. You want to change it?" So we switched to a 1,000-gallon trailered Moberg, and that's pretty much what ran our restaurant for a better part of 2 years, or our food truck.
All right. So now, you know, that was those were the origins, those were the beginnings, and
Yes, sir.
as things started to pick up pace, uh, is that when you started thinking about, you know, going all in?
The kind of deciding factor that we had maybe something kind of special was I mean, we had been open like 6 months, and then that 2021 Texas Monthly top, you know, the top 50 comes out, and then they do the honorable mention top 100, and we came out. I mean, it was just like I remember I was in Lockhart at Richard's cook-off, and the day before that, I had gotten a call, and they asked me three questions: your name, what kind of pit do you use, and what kind of wood do you use? And I was taken aback, and I said, "Who is this?" And you know, they said, "Well, this is so and so from Texas Monthly. You may or may not be on a magazine here soon." And that was it. And I said, "Well, you know," and I tell you what, CJ, I swear to God, I was like, somebody's pranking me. I was like,
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah, yeah.
But hey, it just, you know, out of sight, out of mind. We went to Lockhart, and we did well over there, and then I guess like 3 weeks later the list came out, and we happened to be on it, you know.
Wow. And you know, for a lot of people who are not aware of the significance of coming out on that list, whether it's as an honorable mention, whether it's in the top 10, it is a huge deal. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you there are thousands of barbecue restaurants in the state of Texas alone. And for such a prestigious uh, organization, news organization, magazine, whatever you want to call them, to feel that you're ranked in that top 100, especially when you've only been in existence less than a year,
Yeah.
or whatever the case might be, it is a huge deal. And I've spoken to cooks or pit masters in the past who have come out on that list, both honorable mention and top 10. And they all say that it's a driving factor
Oh yeah.
in customers, new people discovering you and coming to stop in to see exactly what the hoopla is all about. So immediately after that, what was that like, Jorge?
It I mean, here in Eagle Pass, many people really didn't quite understand what it meant. You know, that obviously we started coming. That's my mom in the back. Look, uh, mom, say hi.
Hi.
Hola, señora, ¿cómo está usted?
Bien, gracias a Dios.
Hey, she's the
Ah,
potato. She's the potato salad queen. She's the killer.
don't let him work you too hard.
So like immediately after that, obviously the people that knew, and then we started getting a couple people that drove from out of town. Um, I'll tell you what though, the biggest driving force down here was in this last year when we really started getting really good at the comp stuff, and it started, you know, we started winning more often than not. That
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that Saturday after a grand, or that Saturday after a reserve, was nuts. You know, that
yeah,
San Antonio rodeo rib call, man, I could have made 100 racks that next Saturday. You know, like everybody wanted to buy ribs. Why the ribs? Why the ribs? You know, it just,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's why I really still push to compete, because it's free advertising. It really, to me, it's the freest of advertising there is. You know, but Texas Monthly, obviously down here, it, nobody had ever been on it. Nobody. Yeah, I mean, there. It was never down in the south. I mean, now in the valley, it's getting really big. But even the valley didn't have much of a presence for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, and kudos to Texas Monthly. They're finally, you know, getting out of the Austin and Dallas and Houston area and coming down and trying South Texas barbecue. It's no longer a mesquite world. Nobody ever wanted to try it down here because everybody just cooked with a mesquite and you'd burp it for weeks, you know. So cooking's gotten way better down here.
That's a fact. And dude, I can absolutely relate, man, to doing well at competitions and people wanting to know. We never had a spot, so to speak, But after every cook-off where we did well, man, the numbers of people that would hit us up at the competition as well as in the upcoming days. Hey, where's your? We've been searching online for your restaurant and we can't find it. What's the address? And and at times I was just kind of so disappointed that I had to tell them, hey, we don't have a restaurant or anything like that. But you're absolutely correct, man. It is some free publicity. It doesn't cost you a whole lot outside of what you have to pay for the competition, and people pay attention when you do well at competitions. Uh, and it's one of those things when you say award winning
Yes,
barbecue. Hey, it speaks for itself. It
yes.
absolutely speaks for itself. So now let's talk a little bit about uh, what kind of hoops did you have to jump through to get this brick and mortar up and running?
First off, it probably took us about 5 or 6 months, trying to get somewhere to do it here in Eagle Pass. This city is growing immensely. I mean, we're on the news every week for the immigration stuff and stuff like that. But I mean, down here, it's booming. So it's a small city, and everybody and everywhere you want to be is taken, or you got your major chains that are buying up the prime real estate. We went through, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 visits where we thought, all right, this is the place, and then it wasn't the place. Until we finally found this little gem, and it wasn't even on any list or whatever. It was actually a friend of mine, a real estate agent, that sent me this. She said, would you be interested in this place? And I said, well, how big is it? And she said, it's close to 3,800 square feet. I said, okay. Now, I mean, because obviously the barbecue was always in our minds, but the idea was always to do a bar to
Yeah.
accompany.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, um, we came and saw this place, and I've always had one original partner in Choche's barbecue. That I mean, mid COVID, I said, hey man, I want to start a food truck, and I got half of it. You want to throw the other half in? And he said, yeah. And he's one of my best friends, and
Yeah.
he gave me half, and didn't think twice, and I paid him back in, like, I don't know, 2 months, and I mean, and now we're still in this. Now we have a third partner that we took on, because I mean, I'm up to here with the cooking, and I didn't want to touch the bar stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got a third partner, another one of my best friends. He actually police officer, 27 years, retired to go run the bar on my, so we all came, saw the place, and it was just a big box. It was just, there was nothing really in here. It used to be an old event center where they had parties and stuff like that. But we
you guys did the build out yourselves?
well, we didn't. But I'll tell you what, I've never stained so much wood. I've never put up so many TVs. We didn't, Mom. We didn't do it ourselves, but my one of my partners, he actually builds a lot of homes, so he's got all the connections when it comes to all this stuff. So we had a bunch of guys in here, and I mean, I'll take you around right now in a little bit, and you can see some of the stuff we kind of thought up as it came, and it turned into, from a barbecue restaurant to the bar. We built a stage. I mean, we tried to hit up a lot of different avenues. I mean, if I want to cook 30 briskets a night, I might as well be open selling, liquor and having live music.
Oh, absolutely. I'll come hang out for that reason. Yeah, I'll come hang out for that reason. You know how we do. So is there room for growth?
Actually, it's the full building is 3 suites. It's right at around 10,000 square foot. There's a couple. The suite right next to us is actually a bakery.
Okay.
In the very front, it's along one of the main corridors here in Eagle Pass, is a taco restaurant. All they do is open for breakfast, barbacoa, and stuff like that. But the plan is, if all goes well, us buying the whole thing. And I mean, I'm not gonna kick anyone out or anything like that, but we'll have the room if we ever really want to.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
another,
yeah.
almost 4,000 square foot that we can move as well.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome. So give me 1 second here. Let me make sure. See if we got anything going on in the chat. Everybody saying hi. What's up, Charles? Great to see you. Sleeper, thanks for stopping in. Chris, what's going on? Mario's in the house. Let's see who else we got. Trumpet, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you this evening, man. Thanks all you guys as usual for stopping in. Once again, we're talking to Jorge from Choche's Barbecue and Bar in Eagle Pass, Texas. Eagle Pass, Texas. And so Jorge, now that you found a building, man, was the process for you getting all your permits and licenses and health inspect and all that stuff, was that a whole lot of rigmarole, or was it fairly smooth?
It wasn't too hard. Obviously, us running the food truck, we already had kind of a footprint with the city, and as soon as I announced that we were going to do it, the city reached out and said, "Hey, we want to help." Being homegrown, and I mean, I had 3 pre-inspections. I brought them in. I said, "You tell me what you want. We want to do it the way you all want, so there's no issues." And so that's the way we did it, Tom. No more free beer, Tom.
Yeah.
So it wasn't difficult. It wasn't easy either. I mean, it just easy in the sense that obviously all this costs money.
Yeah.
Doing it right, doing it the right way. The vent, the air circulation system, the vent, the what you see right there, the that in and of itself right here, the fire suppression system and stuff like that. That was not by any means cheap. It wasn't hard to do, but I mean, when you're as us starting off, I mean, it was a big lump. And then the hard part is nobody in Eagle Pass does it. So we had somebody from the Valley, McAllen, that came in and actually took care of all that.
And that is usually the biggest part of any business venture, man, the startup costs. I think it's great that you were able to get some individuals to come in with you to sort of ease those costs, but nevertheless, the average person, man, usually takes on quite a bit of debt to try to start up a business. And when things go south, then they're left holding the bag, so to speak. But man, it is great to hear and to see what you're doing. Have you added any other pits to augment what you're doing?
In preparation, I mean, I always dreamed of doing this. Obviously, me and my original business partner were always like, yeah, but we didn't open often enough. I mean, I knew what I could sell in 2 days, every other week. But, I mean, it was always, I had a business plan, but, would it formulate to now a daily opening and stuff like that?
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, I was always like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I mean, I ordered another 1,000-gallon from Sunny in preparation for it. And I got it almost, I don't know, like 2 months before we took the massive jump. So I didn't expect to have both pits here, but
yeah.
Day one, I was running both 1,000 gallons, and they're both sitting outside right now. And I run. I mean, it's great that the town has really like come and supported it, because it's a massive amount of meat that we're throwing out right now.
Yeah.
But yes, 2,000-gallon Mobergs that we run now. Plus, we have a It's a hog cooker, but we cook our chicken on it.
All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. So talk to us about your menu. What does that look like? Is it expanded in comparison to what it was prior to the brick and mortar?
Believe it or not really. I kind of always wanted to keep it sort of like Central Texas, kind of crate style, just by the pound, stuff like that. But after opening the first couple times, like people made me put plates. They just were going to go up to the window and say, "I want a plate."
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
plate, meat, and two sides. I said, "All right." So I finally just added plates. But the only cool thing now that we've added is a daily special. Um, I was able to kind of. Not a chef by no means, but I was able to kind of start doing a couple things that I've learned along in the comp world, and from my mom and dad and stuff like that. On Wednesday we had a smoked stuffed chile relleno that we sauced it up. That'll be our Wednesday special. Today we had some awesome inch-and-a-half pork steaks.
I saw you slicing those.
Oh man, they were
Yeah.
they were great, and it'll be something that we sold quite a bit of them, and it'll be something I don't think we've ever really had anybody sell those down here. And pork is always kind of iffy down here on the border with a lot of Mexican residents. You know, pork killed a lot of people back in the day, so it took me a while even to get people to get used to even pork ribs.
Yeah, yeah,
See the
yeah.
red. They see that red, the red smoke ring. They think it's raw, and it's like, man.
Yeah.
I was like, just cooked at 165, and I'm going
Yeah.
to like 200. I was like, y'all don't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
just
what are your hours? What are the hours?
now. We don't have our liquor license yet, so we open at 11 a.m. And really, it's as far as the food gets us.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, we went to about 5, or on last Friday, we went to about 5. Saturday, we went to about 4, and Sunday, we were done about 2:30.
Wow.
Today we went late. A lot of people started asking me like, "Hey, man, I can't go out for lunch. Can you have some? Can you do some dinner services?" I said, "Well, let me try it." So instead of cooking, 23, 24 briskets, we kicked it to 29. Today we had 29 and we ran out. There's still a party here. They're still kind of hanging out. We got music going all day and we got to be here. So if people, we tell everybody, BYOB, y'all want to come hang out, come hang out. And so really there's no hours because I got to be here, period. So.
Yeah. Yes. And you say you got to be there. I did not realize what you did for a living prior to this.
Yeah.
I understand that you're now retired, or you resigned your previous position. Which is it, retired or resigned?
I guess retired. Everybody always tells me, "You're gonna leave the other job? Why would you do that?" I said, "Man, I hate sitting behind that desk. It is soul sucking." I used to tell everybody, I'd rather be out there in the 100-degree weather, taking care of my fire. It's that passion that really kind of fuels, that desk work it just wasn't for me.
Yeah. Were you a law clerk?
Yes. I went to law school.
I would have never.
Law school, graduated from Miss Cooley in Michigan, and came back over here. I never passed the bar. I kind of hit some rough patches there, a couple years ago, and actually, what kind of brought me out of it was competition cooking. That's kind of what.
Yeah.
Look, that's my wife. That last comment. But
let's see.
So
I bet that is true, Krista. Yeah. I bet that is true, man.
So I guess I'm retired. I guess I can always go back to it if ever need be. But I guess when something really sparks your fire and your passion, like why would I do anything else? You know, that's kind of the mentality I had. Like,
I mean, that is so true, Jorge. You know, we might think at one point this is what we want to do, man, and when something else grabs a hold of you, you know, it's hard to just stay on that old plan when this new thing is just tugging on you for whatever reason. And
correct.
more often than not, we will definitely succumb, man, and go do that new thing, especially if it's something that we absolutely love. And when that happens, it sort of it's no longer a job, so to speak, man. It becomes something that is now a part of you, especially when the family is involved, man. I can see that just going on forever, man. And like I said, I'm very happy for you, man. I am. I'm going to. I'm going to come down there and hang with you guys and support you in any way that I can. I'm bringing Tom Fuentes with me too.
I better.
He doesn't know it yet. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you better stock up on that, on those natties.
And the natties, yeah, it's going to be a classy joint that weekend.
All right, let me see here in the chat. Buzz, excuse me. Buzz, great to hear, man. I hope you and the wife enjoy those. It was not a problem. Glad to hear you got them. Charlie Cruz asked, "What is my go-to rub outside of Badia?" And I'm telling you, Charlie, Badia is very new in terms of our toolbox, but it has become a favorite of Mama and mine. But outside of that, man, we love SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. But when we're talking about something off of the shelf, I'm a huge fan of Uncle Steve's Spicy R. I've got some Traeger rubs that I like. I've got some Boar's Nights that I like. But man, I really, really like to keep it as simple as I can while we're here at the house. Yeah, while we're here at the house. I've got a couple of friends that I really, really enjoy the rubs, and that's what I tend to stick to. Yeah, you know, if Mom and I doing a video using some rubs help somebody, I'd rather it be somebody that I know, you know, as opposed to some stranger out there that I bought their rub at Walmart or HEB or something like that. I would prefer it be somebody that I know. Right now, I'm rolling with my man Max. All right, and he's got some awesome products out there, man. My man Rome's got some awesome products. So when I can use those in videos, Uncle Steven videos, and help somebody that I know, I'm all for that. And I don't ask, so I don't get anything in return from these guys when I use their products. I would have to use somebody's product anyway, so why not theirs? Great question. Great question. Let me just reach down here, making sure I'm not missing anything. Trumpet, that would be too cool to come hang out, man. You know there's going to be some videos involved. Yeah, you know there'll be some videos. WAP is in the house. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you this evening. Tom, Choche throw some patties. Plus we can do some shigging while Buzz, I haven't heard of that rub. I will have to check that out. Yeah, I will have to check that out. I definitely will. So Jorge, are you do you have you know small things like tacos on the menu?
Actually, yes. I have my wife. My wife's on there. She was like, she always told me, we better not sell tacos, you know, because everybody sells tacos down here. But and I finally broke down because somebody, another buddy of mine, kept asking me, "You got to sell a taco. You got to sell a taco." I said, "Okay."
I'm serious.
So we sold it. Man, that first night, it was a little event we did. We sold like 60. I said, "Man, I should have been selling tacos a long time ago." You know, like 2 hours. So yeah, it's a taco down. So I only sell a good taco. I sell it in different ways: brisket with pico de gallo, or brisket with just barbecue sauce, slice, chop. It goes good.
Oh, it absolutely does, man. And to not have tacos at a spot, especially where you're located, would be a travesty. So that is great to hear, man. That is great to hear. So now I know we talked. You mentioned competing. Uh, how often are you going to try to get out there? Are you ever going to get to a point, man, where you feel like, man, you know what? I can leave the shop for a day or two because I know the people I've got back there are trained and they're handling business. What has it been like finding employees? Are they all family?
Right now, mostly family. We've actually got I've for um, for a while I've got a lot of friends that have kids, and yeah, they always say, hey, put my son to work, put my son to work. So we got quite a bit of helpers. Even right now, I mean, if you hear all the rustling, I got like two or
Yeah.
three people, just they're cleaning away. But as to leaving the place, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to my stuff. Like, I don't even know. I would more than likely close if I ever needed to go. Go compete, or that's what I keep
Dude,
telling. Because I was this Sunday. I mean, I was supposed to go to Hutto. I was supposed to go Saturday and Sunday, and then it went from like Saturday and Sunday to, okay, maybe I'll just go Sunday. To that top 50 cook, and then it turned into, I need to open. So
yeah,
that's already
yeah.
one down the books. And then I was dead set. I was like, I need to go do the Royal. I need to, I we were in the Invitational, and I said this will be the year. And that weekend is Canelo boxing fight, and I was like, no, I need to open and open the bar and have the fight. And it just, my dad the other day, Dad and I went to go do a cook over there at the JW Marriott for HEB trade show, and we were driving back, and I was telling him all this, and he says, man, he's like, your mentality has to change. He's like, now you got rent every first of the month. Now you got bills. It's like, it's not just go do a cook and have fun. It's just, it's priorities now, I guess.
So when you bring somebody on, are you the primary trainer? Do you explain what you're looking for, what they need to be doing, how they need to be doing it?
Well, to tell you the truth, all we have is somebody that runs the register. I cut the meats, and then, believe it or not, my mom is the person that runs the sides. My mom has pretty much always run the sides throughout uh, the original running of the trailer. So, um, as to the back, like the trimming, I mean, nobody's ever, not once, ever trimmed a brisket for me. I trim every single one. My fingertip
Dude,
right now is,
if I was closer, I would trim brisket for tacos.
oh man,
I,
we got tacos.
yeah. you,
Um,
you would pay me in tacos, I would trim your briskets every day.
and the cooking part of it, I mean, it's like I said, Dad runs fire, and really, but that's really it. The wrapping is all done by me. The techniques. I mean, they're. It's not like, it's not rocket science, and it's not this super secret way of doing it. But believe it or not, just like in comp, and that's when I think the mentality changed, not just in the comp, but in this business. It's how you finish that brisket. Those last, just I feel like I got so much better when I stopped looking at the thermopen temp and started feeling.
My
And,
man.
and how do I
Well,
teach that
folks,
to
I
somebody?
hope you guys heard that out there. I hope all of you heard that out there. Stop worrying about that temperature and start worrying about that feel, man. I am telling you, Jorge, that's something I've been saying for years. Tenderness texture trumps temperature.
Okay.
I've got a thermopen, and I use it simply because I have gotten the used to the feel of that probe. But
Correct.
I hardly look at, unless I'm doing a video where I want the viewers to know the temperature, then I'll look and mention it. But when I'm alone, I am just going by feel. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to be absolutely spot on versus 2 times out of 10 when you go by temperature.
Yeah.
Remember that, folks.
So and that, like, how do you teach someone that? That's just time. That's just, it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah,
I tell Dad, when he runs fire, like tonight, he'll be here at 3, and I'll be able to take a nap here or there. But when it's time to pool, there's nobody there. I mean, it's me. It has to be me. It is what it is.
yeah. Well, man, that is awesome. But I'm here to tell you, at some point, man, things are gonna get so hot and heavy that you're going to have to take a few steps backwards and
Yes, sir.
push somebody forward to doing some of those things because this thing is gonna grow, bro. This thing is gonna grow, man. So when you get a hold of some good folks, man, you train them up, you treat them right, and hopefully they'll stick around and be able to free you up for some other things.
A comp or two, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, so man, before we let you go, give us a little walk around, man, if you're able to, and we don't mind the noise. I know that you're on the job, baby.
Well, you all seen the sign, right? I mean, I love this thing.
Oh yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
Obviously, kitchen area. Um, like I said, I'm not much of a chef, but the city needed me to put a kitchen, so I put it. Um, Pretty much it's just beans, some, most of our sides, warming cabinets. We still got some stuff in here for tomorrow that's ready to rest. Also, rest. Everybody tells me, how long do you rest? Rest as long as you can. That is super important. It don't matter. Sometimes it's just the longer, the better. It is what it is.
Dude,
Uh,
I've compared that 10-12 hour warm and rest with a brisket versus not. uh it's night and day, baby.
it's night and day.
It's night
It
and
really
day.
is.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that
So I talked about we built a stage. Here we built a nice little stage here for live music. Um, and then obviously we got I think we got room for about 125 or so
wow.
seated. Uh,
Wow.
Here's the bar area. Um, I went.
Dude, we are coming this month. It'll be this month, man.
I always envisioned a mural. A mural. And I had a guy actually out of Austin. He was originally homegrown here from Eagle Pass, and he painted just things that kind of meant, stuff to me and connection with Eagle Pass. And some of my wins, obviously the Lockhart one being probably one of my biggest ones, and just people have really liked it. The city really embraced it, and it's a nice place for people to take pictures and stuff like that. So we tried to build something just different, something that Eagle Pass really didn't have. And so far, people have been super receptive. I was talking to somebody. I was like, we've had 4 birthday parties in here without us even knowing. People showed up, put their balloons, and they hang out for 2-3 hours. So
Wow, that
really, they
is
like the
cool.
vibe, and it is what it is.
Dude, this beautiful, man. I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
So we just kind of the 3 minds all came together, and we slowly everything you kind of see. Oh, I do need to show the cutting board. This cutting board was made by J&J Woodworks out of Del Rio. There is not one nail in the frame. It's all, I don't know what you call it. where they do, just by pressure or whatever. It's all
Pressure,
high,
hot glue. Yeah,
no
that
glue or
express
anything.
glue,
Just
whatever.
pure pressure. Yeah,
No,
no glue.
damn.
It's a beauty, and people have loved it. And I don't know, it's surreal sometimes the reaction we've gotten from people, and it's great to do it.
Man, that is awesome, folks.
So
And
you come
Mom
down
and
here,
I, and we're
do some
bringing some.
videos.
Yeah, yeah. We're bringing some folks with us, man. We're gonna do some videos. Uh, it's going to. I'm looking forward to it, folks. If you're out there and you get the chance, you definitely want to stop in here, man, and holler at my man. Uh, Tell him CJ sent you. He'll put an extra pickle on your tray. Yeah. you, you get extra pickles. Well, dude, I know you've got things to do tonight, man. I don't want to hang on to you. If you got things to do, we're nearing our hour. But once again, man, I wish you nothing but luck, Jorge.
CJ.
If there's anything we can do for you down our way, man, don't hesitate. And I'll be reaching out to you, touching bases. Mom and I, we're coming. We're gonna film a video, man, and spend a day or a day and a half, 2 days with you guys.
Let's do it.
Congrats again, man, and good luck.
Thank you, CJ.
Yes, sir, folks. Any last questions for Choche? Anybody? Let me see down here in the Buzz says he won't wrap brisket till it barks the way he wanted. Same with the ribs, the color. All right, strictly by feel, probe, and tenderness before pulling. Absolutely correct, Buzz. Yeah, absolutely correct. And El Barrio said, my man said there's nothing wrong with not trusting anyone with your product that has your name with it. I totally agree. And I know the type of person I am. Where I feel, man, it's my way. It has to be my way, and maybe that's not always a good thing, but I will tell you what, man. To start, it's definitely a good thing.
Yes.
Once you get everything, man, locked in tight, and everybody is in line, then yeah, maybe then you can step back a little bit. But to start, it'll be my way. Absolutely, bro. Nothing wrong with that, man. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Trumpet says he recently stopped rapping. All right, he only raps to rest. All right, Trumpet, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I absolutely do. Well, good, man. Again, thank you very much. We're going to short this one, folks, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh, Mama got something. Oh, ha ha! Mama said jokes. Hey, and folks, the story behind this is we spent a couple of 6 hours in the wee hours of the morning drinking, singing, and eating at San Antonio Rodeo 2 years ago. And man, there's going to be more of that in our future, man. We're gonna come down and see you, Jorge. We're gonna absolutely come
Yeah.
down and see you, man. You got a stage now. We'll definitely get Tom on stage.
Yeah. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. He's gonna go live. We're gonna put Tom on the stage there. Him down do a
Yes,
little.
yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, most of us barbecue guys we are pretty much OCD to a degree, Buzz. Yeah, it's got to be our way. Oh yeah, Mama and I, we'll do a casino once in a while, man. I usually have 30, 35 bucks that I'm willing to lose. So we're definitely gonna make that happen, man. Yeah. How far is the city from the casino, Jorge?
It takes I don't know, probably about 12 minutes. So
Okay, that's not bad.
no,
There are hotels right there in the city.
There's hotels there. There's hotels at the casino. There's one right across the street from me. There's one probably about 250 yards here to the
Oh,
right.
all right. Oh, walking distance. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah. Yeah, walking distance. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Mama says congrats, man. Yeah, Mama says congrats.
Hopefully she come down here. We party.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, trumpet, no pole on the stage. You're
That's a
gonna have to
different
make those
life.
dollars somewhere else. Yeah. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna wrap this thing up. We're not gonna be here next Thursday, man. Opening night of
NFL.
the NFL season. So we're going to be watching football on Thursday. So we're going to take a break. Uh, and I wanted to ask you guys out there, how many of you are into fantasy football? I wanted to see if there was anybody in our community that would be willing to just a $25 entry fee, and we just start a simple league.
I'm in.
Yeah. So if you would be willing, drop your name in the link or just post that you would be willing, and I will find a way to reach out and get a hold of you and see if we can set something up. And see if we can't set something up, and we could do a little online draft, maybe Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday next week. Or if not, we can simply let the computer draft for all of us. We just put our names in the league, in the Yahoo League, and let the computer draft for us, and whatever happens, whatever. So just friendly, $25, no other fees, winner takes all. If you would be down for that, put your information in the chat, man, and I will find a way to get a hold of you. If I haven't gotten a hold of you by Sunday, reach out to me, and we'll see if we got enough to go forward. All righty, I will give you guys a few minutes, man, to put your name in the chat, then we'll see. But Choche, man, once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, man. Absolutely appreciate it. Mom and I, as well as the rest of the chat, which wish you nothing but the best, and we will definitely be seeing you in the very near future.
Thank you, CJ.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. El Barrio, if you wanted to set your team on auto draft because you couldn't draft, that would be fine. If enough people want auto draft, then we'll just put our teams in the league, in the Yahoo League, and let the league draft for everybody. I wouldn't want to do some people drafting for themselves while others are doing auto draft. But let's see if we get enough people, and then we'll get a consensus. I'll put an email chain, not an email, but I'll do some sort of mass chain together, maybe IG, Messenger, text, whatever the case might be, and see if we can come up with something. And again, if there's not enough interest, then we'll try it again next year. We will try it again next year. El Barrio said, as long as he don't get Dak. Dude, I'm telling you, in one of my pretty good money leagues, I ended up with Dak. Yeah, I ended up with Dak, and it's a pretty serious league. But I waited. I usually don't draft a quarterback early. Uh, I waited till like the 8th round, and at that point, he was the best of the rest. So I am hoping the best for Dak this year. Yeah. All right. So I will even if it's just a 10-man league, I would be fine with that. Let me get a quick count and see what we have. Let's see what we have. Let's see. All right. El Barrio is in. Josh is in. Tom, that's 3. Buzz is 4. All right. And me is 5. Man, we need at least 5 more. Yeah, we need at least 5 more. If you've got somebody, a friend or somebody you know, hit me up in Messenger or IG, or if you happen to have my phone number, text, whatever the case might be, and we'll go from there. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. We absolutely appreciate it. Uh, if you haven't seen our video this week, man, we did an awesome uh, chuck roast sandwich. Awesome chuck roast sandwich. This is one of the best sandwiches I've ever had. We made an Argentinian style pico de gallo called a salsa criolla. We put an awesome fried egg. And folks, if your fried eggs doesn't have those crispy edges and that runny yolk, I do not want it. This sandwich had it all. If you haven't yet taken a look at that one, man, go ahead and take a look. Let me know what you guys think. But be on the lookout for another video coming on Tuesday. And once again, thank you. Mom and I are going to see you when we see you 2 weeks from today. Enjoy your last day of work tomorrow, and then enjoy your weekend. You guys take care.